start with you in the back.
Having him cover as your quarterback obviously has to be fun when he gets you when you're incredibly wide open. When you have those moments where you're like, no one's around you, what is that moment like? And, when you get the contested balls as well, just what's giving you that confidence to go up and get those difficult balls?
I think the confidence-wise, just coming in practice, just how we rep it during the week. But just when you get wide open, it's the best feeling you want, just as a receiver, because I know Hook's looking that way. And Kentucky, they had some bust in their defense, but just really the reps in practice that makes you confident when you get in the game.
Okay. Jalin, a lot of people outside of the building are trying to figure out how you're getting so wide open, and I don't expect you to give us trade secrets, but when you're watching film leading into the game each week, do you all sit there and kind of have a moment in the film room of where it clicks that, okay, you're identifying something that they're doing on film, and it kind of sinks into your head that, okay, we're going to have something on Saturday?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do everything off matchups, just to see their tendencies. We game plan that for during the week. See what safeties are what, how they play. Are they flat-footed? Do they get out of their breaks? What covers are they mainly in? But with Kentucky, just they had a little, they had some bust that messed them up, and I'm glad that we took advantage of it.
What's the feeling when you identify something on film and know
Yeah.
that it's going to work on Saturday?
I mean, as far as the feeling wise, you saying like as far as do we see like when they do a bust and
Like if you see something that you can take advantage of on film going into the game, is there like a overjoyous feeling?
oh yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, no, definitely. With Hook, we stay in the film on Mondays and just look and see what we can do on them, and when we see a matchup that we know we can exploit, we're definitely happy in that in the film room for sure.
Jalin, in the preseason, media did not pick you guys in the top 25. Coaches didn't pick you in the top 25. Odds makers had you at 5-3 right now, 8-0. What was everybody missing?
I'll say what everybody was missing. We're a hardworking team, and not only that, we don't let the outside noise, correlate to what we do in the building. That's one thing Coach Hyatt preaches, just for our team and in the team meetings. We don't look outside noise, and we know what team we have. I think we finally know our identity as far as who we are, and that's one of the biggest things that I felt this year that we changed from last year. Just knowing who we are, and you can see the confidence in all the guys, and I think we know where we want to go and where we're headed.
Well, Wes, Reese, and then Mike.
A couple of quick things, Jalin. I know that y'all are able to monitor your speed and everything with those pads that you wear, the GPS ones. Have you gotten faster than you were last year?
I feel like I did. I think I definitely got stronger from last year, and I think that's why I feel like I gotten faster on the field. And even with the weight that I put on, sometimes when I go out there, I feel weightless, when I run sometimes. And it just goes how we prepare. We don't, Coach Hype does a good job of not putting too much on our legs in practice, and, just making sure we're fresh when we, go for Saturdays and just being ready for the game.
And also, have there been any defenses y'all played this season that, I know everybody has wrinkles that they use every week, but has there been one game more than the others this season where the defense did a lot of stuff y'all weren't expecting?
Well, sometimes, just going against us, there's a lot of things that we think we're going to see on Saturday. For example, LSU, we thought there would be a drop 8 team, when we played them, and they came out and just want to man everything up, and it's just a lot. Bama did the same thing. We know they'll come out and mix, cover 4, and sometimes they came out and man, but I think how we prepare during the week, we prepare with all the coverages that we think we'll see, and even when we do get surprised and if they do change it up on us, we come back to the sideline and we adjust. That's one of the biggest things that we have done this year that was way better than last year.
Mike.
Jalin, back to you.
Reese.
Coach Housley said that your quarterbacks have to make decisions quicker than anyone in the nation. What's an example that you've seen as a wide receiver that Hendon Hooker has done that?
Well, there's a lot of times that he's done that. I'll say, for example, Alabama, when we play them, I think we're at the 20-yard line going in, and we had a play where I was in the seam when he threw it real quick. Those are one of those plays where, I was really just – it was supposed to hit me a little later. And, when I got my eyes around, it was right there on the money. But, yeah, definitely the quarterback, what Hook has done this year as far as how fast he's getting the ball out, with pressures and just with everything, it's just been amazing. It's easier for us as receivers, for sure.
Mike?
Yeah, I was going to ask you about the differences between Alabama and what you see in Georgia. I know you guys have been about that earlier this week. You said there were some similarities. I was hoping you could kind of break that down from a receiver's perspective.
Yeah, definitely similarities. Obviously Georgia's going to have athletes. Alabama has athletes. But one thing for me that stands out with Georgia is just, how physical they are. They're a big physical team, physical defense. They like to put hands on, and that's something we have to prepare for, something that we have to be ready for Saturdays, for this Saturday.
Time for a few more. We'll go Patrick, and we'll go Brent, and then we'll go to Eric, and then Paige to finish off.
Jalen, now that Cedric is back with you and with Drew, if you were a defensive coordinator, how would you plan to try to slow you guys down so they're going to be tough to
I think to stop, you're going to have to pick one, who do you want to stop, but it's great to have Seth back in that room. We really enjoyed him back, and not only that, I think y'all can see it, when he caught the first pass against Kentucky, man, he was excited, and I'm happy for him, especially how he recovered from his injury, and just to have him back in that room, just him being that leader in that room, we're ready for Saturday, that's all I got to say.
Jalen, you talked about lockout, the outside noise through the whole season. And you got Chad Johnson who's tweeting about you. You get all these great messages, I'm sure. Is the temptation, is it easy to get in a rabbit hole on social media where you look about what people are saying about you, or is that thing easy for you to not get into that hole?
Sometimes, for my phone, I have all my notifications off as far as with social media. But for me, it makes me reflect back to my freshman year. Are you going to get satisfied? Are you going to get content and just not do anything for the rest of the season? Or, are you going to grind and do what you do again? So, what I do, I just keep it, I keep it away. I don't even look at Twitter. I'll go and glance at it, for a little bit. But, I try to stay off of social media, especially for this week. This is a big opportunity for us. And we're, for us, we're trying to take that next step in our team and go where we want to go.
Eric?
Jalen, one of you guys have mentioned preparing the right way, and I'm not saying that's not always been a priority, because I'm sure it has been, but when did you guys figure out that the way you're preparing, the way you're practicing, that is the right way? Was it when the wind started coming up?
Yeah, definitely when the wind started coming up. But just for how we prepare, I think really just after Pitt, when we played Pitt, just the routine. We try to keep the same routine every week. Doesn't matter what team we're playing, doesn't matter what team, doesn't matter, who they are. We try to keep the same routine every week, and so, everything has been working so far. So, obviously, for me personally, I want to keep the same routine I've done for getting ready for games and do the same routine that Coach Hyatt wants us to do, for game planning, and so far it's working. We just got to keep going.
Last question, Paige.
Your job's obviously easier when you have a QB that can get it to you. What is it about Hendon Hooker that makes him this Heisman front runner? From your vantage point, what makes him special?
Just him being a leader, on the field, and just what he does off the field. It's just how he leads his team. I think that's one of the biggest things, that really biggest inspirations for me that I've seen from him. And he gets everybody juiced up. Got everybody juiced up today for practice. And then when he goes out there, you know what to expect from him. I think just how consistent he is. The dude's just consistent in every game and confident. When you have a confident and consistent quarterback, you can go as far as you want to go. And we're just following his path. And I'm blessed just to be a part of, just to be a part of what he has done, and just to be here catching the passes from him. It's just been a great opportunity for me, and I'd hope he does what he does, and even takes it as farther for the next level where he goes. And I'm proud of him for sure.
Thank you, Jalen. All right,
I appreciate it.